Okay, so the third fight of this main card is between Kai Kara-France and Brandon Royval. Now, before I go any further, Kai Kara-France is a fire name. Fire name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I hope to God I am, but he is a favorite at minus 240. Brandon Royval is the underdog at plus 188. So a potential explanation for the odds. You can be like, yeah, but why are the odds in this favor? I think it's actually because Royval only has one fight in the UFC. Yes, he won in spectacular fashion. He won in spectacular fashion in May 2020 in the second round via triangle choke against Tim Elliott. But again, he's going against a fighter with a lot more experience than him in Kara-France. But again, with this being said, we can't take away from Brandon Royval as a fighter. He has a professional record of 11-4, and he's got 7 total wins coming from submission, which is very impressive. So we know that he's a very good grappler, that's for sure. And I believe that if he wants to, exploit or, if anything, increase his chances of winning, he's going to try and have to take this fight on the ground because that's where I think he is better than Kai Kara-France in. Now, this is obviously, if this doesn't happen, I think the only way that Brandon Royval is going to win this fight is if he gets that, Hail Mary right punch from the gods that Andy Ruiz killed Anthony Joshua with. But hey, we know the chances of that are slim, right? So he's going to have to try and take Kai Kara-France down to the ground and then slowly work from there. Now, who's Kai Kara-France? We know him. He's an experienced fighter. He's got a professional record of 21-8. And he's coming into UFC 253 with a decision victory against Tyson Nam. The fight before that was a loss against Brandon Moreno in the same fashion, by decision. And before that, Kai Kara-France was actually undefeated since 2017, which, listen, you don't need me to tell you that he's a good fighter, okay? He's a world-class kickboxer, stand-up fighter. He lands 5 significant strikes a minute with 38% accuracy. And this might sound like an amazing statistic, but a statistic that's even more impressive, especially going against a fighter like Brandon Royval, don't know why I pointed at the lamp, is the fact that he has a 90% takedown defense. And against a fighter like Brandon Royval, who's going to try and take you down, that's an asset to you. That's an asset because if you're able to defend any takedown attempt in 90% fashion rate, basically, that's good for you. And it's bad for Brandon Royval because, he's going to struggle in getting into that position. And that's what I wanted to conclude in saying that Brandon Royval, although he's a good grappler, he's not as good of a wrestler, meaning that although he's able to do a lot of damage when you're on the ground, it could be difficult for him to get Kai Kara-France down in the first place. So that's why I think he's not favored for this fight. Unless luck goes on his side. We never know how these fights end. But in my personal opinion, I believe that Kai Kara-France is going to win this fight. Hopefully didn't butcher his name. If I did, roast me in the comments, please. I think he's going to win via decision like most of his other fights. He's got the experience, he's got the knockout power, but most importantly, he's got that good takedown defense that I think will be able to outshine and outlast any form of pressure that Brandon Royval tries to bring to the table. That's how I think the fight is going to go. I'm interested to know what you guys think, though. Comment down below who you think is going to win this fight. Could Brandon Royval potentially, destroy this veteran? We don't know. We don't know how the UFC goes. You could have underdogs killing, destroying main fighters. We don't know. But yeah. Also, if you're interested in more predictions, I've made more predictions for UFC 253, and I'll make more for the future as well. So if you're interested, subscribe to be notified when I post. And if you do subscribe and I see you guys in the next one, I don't know why I did that. I'll see you guys in the next one.